I'll let y'all ask today.
Well, I mean, Berto, talk about his transformation from last year to this year.
Yeah.
I think that the hamate bone was bothering him last
he
year.
never did really recover from it. He tried to. He came back earlier than most because he's a tough kid. Could never really get back going. And I felt like the year before we saw glimpses of what he could be. But basically his first year here, just a lot of power, just a decent hitter. I felt like last fall, the fall of 22, he had of 22. Yeah, he had a really good fall, starting to learn how to not strike out as much, spit on pitches out of the zone, and he broke his hamate right at the beginning of the season. Never really recovered. Went off this summer and worked really, really hard and had a good fall, had a good preseason, so it's really not surprising me. I really felt like he could be a more complete hitter and hit for a higher average, but also hit for a lot of power. And obviously big swings of bat all year so far, and he's been balanced. He's been looking at the balls. That's really good to see.
And he is hitting for average so far.
Yeah,
Small
no
sample
doubt.
size.
Yeah, and he doesn't fear a strikeout because he's got so much power, but he's more balanced. Him and Coach Weirs have spent a lot of time on his base and his swing, and it's paying off for him.
When did he fully feel healthy? Like in the fall? Middle of the fall?
Yeah, probably late last year, but a lot of times.
Late last season?
Yeah, maybe, but in our research with hamates, it's the bat speed. Something's just the kids that have it, they feel like they're dragging the bat a little bit, and sometimes it takes them longer. So it probably was this fall, honestly, and where he was really feeling good. He's also gotten in better shape. He's leaned up. He's still really, really big and physical, but he's moving better. His swing's faster, and man, he's got some power, doesn't he?
What have you seen from his approach specifically that's allowed him to start the year so locked in, 5 homers now?
Yeah,
tied to
just
the team
working
lead?
hard to be on time, and not let any fastball beat him, because every now and then that's the pitch that would beat him. And then trusting himself to spit on pitches that are close, and even if the umpire calls it a strike, he's still strong enough to hit with 2 strikes.
Well, that opposite field shot was not.
And against the wind, he's got the most raw power of anybody I've coached. Raw. That includes some really strong guys like Sabato and those type of guys, but he's as strong as any kid I've coached, and he puts in the work in the weight room. He's a phenomenal teammate, so he deserves what he's doing. I mean, he's that type of kid that deserves it.
And the fitness is helping him at first base as well.
Yeah.
I mean, he hasn't played back-to-back games at first base since
I don't think he ever has.
Never has. Yeah.
And when he came back from that hamate, he had a good fall last year in 22 at first. We thought we were going to be playing him at first, and he came back from the hamate, and he just wasn't good over there. But he worked really hard this fall, and he's really improved as a first baseman. So, we'll play him over there with no issues. We trust him 100%.
What did you see from the bullpen today? 7 2/3
Yeah.
innings, I think, of no earned runs.
Yeah,
Really
we were
solid.
playing a 10-run rule. So we had a chance, basically the way I look at it is we had a chance to 10-run rule a team, and our starting pitcher didn't get out of the second inning. And that tells you that the bullpen was pretty dang good. Matty continues to throw well. Aiden Houck continues to throw well. Fisher hasn't pitched a lot, but he shouldn't have given up a run. Patty misjudged that ball in left field, went back on it, should have come in with the win. All 3 of those guys, they fielded up. I thought they threw great. Petey didn't. He was his first time back in the bullpen. It looked like he was trying to do a little bit too much. So we'll get him right this week.
Just a day off for Jackson. He pinch hit.
Yeah, just that guy can help get you going. He's one of our best players, and I just told him before the game, said, "Hey man, I'm gonna give you the day." He ends up being in there. He never ended up hitting, but he played third base, and sometimes that can help you if you're in a little bit of a quote slump. But again, he's had great at bats. He doesn't have much to show for it, so he'll be right back in there.
And Callahurst can play
He can play
any of the infield
He
positions.
can play him. He can even play short if he had to. Can play first. So an advanced freshman for us that we can utilize anywhere. That's got power, that can run. So that gives us that depth that we need, and it protects us if somebody does something freak happens, like Parks Harbor gets hit by a ball in the cages, and he's out for 2 days.
So that's what happened. He got hit by a ball in the cage. He was in the cage and got hit by a pitch.
He was feeding the machine with his helmet on, and it hit the machine and ricocheted off the machine and hit him in the cheek. We got lucky that hit him in the eye and didn't break his jawbone. We're really fortunate.
Do you think he'll be ready for the weekend?
I think so. Yeah, hopefully he'll be clear tomorrow in the concussion protocol because it was very mild according to our doctors, and if he is, he'll be right back in there.
Thanks
Thanks.
very much.
Thank y'all. Here, go eat mine. Get your tea ready. You never had it? No, it's phenomenal.
Can we talk about your journey from the hamate injury and the evolution of that to where you are now.
Right. Well, funny enough, a year ago today, this game was my first start against Longwood last year, and I made a joke about it. That I went 0 for 5 that day, and it wasn't the best start, you know. So it felt good today. That kind of full circle moment. That one of my best days here is that same day, you know.
And that was your left hand?
Yes, my left hand.
So and that's kind of the hand you used to drive with. So that really made it a challenge last season for you.
At the beginning, yes, sir. Coming back from it, obviously the bat speed just wasn't there, but try to battle as much as I could and try to help the team, obviously. And it wasn't the best year for me, but thankfully I feel a lot better now.
Then it feels like you got your power stroke back that you had 2 seasons ago. Is that?
Yes, sir. That's exactly what it feels like. Kind of another moment. Like I never had a 2-run homer game last year, but I did my first year, and then now that that's back. Yeah, I'm not even trying to hit homers though. I'm just keeping a simple approach. We've worked on it a lot, and the homers are coming. But
And so your approach is, how is your approach different than last season?
last season I think I was just trying to do a little bit too much, kind of like trying to prove myself again. Where this season is just a nice simple line drive approach, and whatever happens happens.
And you're hitting for average so
Right,
far.
right, yes sir. They're falling. It's just a little bit of luck there.
So it's a pretty good start, but like, is there anything that you have kind of identified that you want to get even better at moving forward this year?
So obviously, what I've struggled with the most has been like high velocity, high ride guys, and this past weekend against ECU was a really good challenge for me. And Coach Weirs and I worked a lot on it, and just slowing myself down, kind of like relaxing myself. And I felt like the at bats, even like when I didn't get results, like I was seeing the ball a lot better, swinging, missing a lot less. And we kind of talked about it, and we just kind of figured out that's my key. Like I just have to slow everything down, and then I see the ball so much better.
And the second one was an absolute laser, but oppo. So is that part of the approach to try and spray the ball over around the field, and how do you try and lock into that?
Kind of more of I'm just trying to hit it right back up the
Middle.
middle, just a line drive right through the middle of the field, and catch it a little bit late. I'm able to do that, you know. And the pitch was a little out too, so it's just allowed me a little bit more room for error.
And was the wind blowing in when you hit that?
Honestly, I didn't check, but I hit it. I kind of knew the wind couldn't hold that one.
What pitches did you hit for the home runs?
A slider, my first one, and a fastball, my second one.
Just how well are you seeing the baseball right now? Because it seems like you're locked in. You're spitting on pitches out of the zone. You're seeing it really well.
Honestly, pretty well. It's crazy how once you slow down, everything else slows down around you. You know, and it's been a lot of preparation too. I spent a lot of preparation, kind of slowing myself down before the game, on deck, and then when I'm in the box, it's just at that point, just see it and hit it and just stay relaxed.
You look comfortable at first base?
Yes, sir. It's been fun over there. Just holding my ground over there.
How many starts have you had at first base before this week?
2.
2. So that equal, and those were first 2 seasons. What?
It was last year against, I want to say VCU, and then Western Carolina, I believe, and then it's a small list, and then obviously now this week, but just trying to help the team out as much as possible.
Makes that crazy diet you did last fall worth it?
Sir?
The crazy diet you had to do last fall worth it?
It has been worth it. It has been. It's been a little tough. I've been treating myself a little more ice cream during the spring, but still.
You don't have to go back to that anymore, right?
No, not right now. Right now, I'm just whatever I can eat.
Good deal.
Thank you, Alberto.
Thanks, brother.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Ice cream's important. It's important for the quality.